3 homages. Buddham Saranam Gacchami.
Good morning and welcome to you all. So wonderful to see some faces I haven't seen in a long time and some new faces too. We welcome you all. And thank you for those tuning in at home. Might be a little chilly this morning and windy. Our live stream is always available, but we really love to see you here. The most important thing is to just feel the positive energy when you walk into the Hondo, and this community connection. Especially when we chant the Shoshinge, which is our Shin Buddhist lineage, very pleasantly long poem written by our founder, Shinran Shonin, in the 12th century, Japan, so over 850 years ago. And he wrote this compressing his experiences into one long, lovely poem, and it connects us to the teachers, the Pure Land teachers from India, China, and Japan. And Shinran wanted us to know that we are responsible for carrying these teachings, for learning them and carrying them into the future. So it's always wonderful to hear everyone chanting this beautiful chant, because where it came from over 850 years ago, and now we're chanting it still. It's very powerful. If you're new to the temple, we chant in vertical columns from right to left. If that seems a little difficult, you can read the translation at the bottom, or you can just close your eyes and listen. It's all good. It's very helpful to just calm everything down. While you're sitting and listening, you're also welcome to come up to the altar here and offer incense in gratitude to Amida Buddha or to a dear teacher or parent. And it's offering in gratitude to the infinite wisdom and compassion that supports you and surrounds you all the time, every day. It's a small gift that we can give in gratitude. So, Amida Buddha is there, creating the Pure Land realm where we can go for no obstacles to enlightenment. It can just happen. So, thank you for being here today and listening and giving your good energy. Namam Bums, Namam Bums, Namam Bums. Shoshinge. Kimyo muryo junyo 義公法蔵菩薩二次財政自在応部省東県省部浄土院国土林田自然幕根流無常主将願長法慶右大偶勢五公子唯子少女十世名称文字法無法無量無変更無限無体公園の少女歓喜知恵公無断難知無償公超日が交渉人生一切群上無交渉本願名号少女語死神信行願人上等学書大涅槃非死滅道願成就如来所以公主世唯世弥陀本願会お直惑自群上会お信如来如実言の法一年喜愛心不断煩悩特涅槃凡所逆法再永流要修信入海一味聖主信向上昇後意の水波無明暗頓内心臓死運無上不信じ信心天非常に古不運無運無資源妙無安逆心謙虚大狂気即を超勢合悪種一切全幕本部人門心如来偶勢願仏言古代小芸者税人名分大理家弥陀部本元年部茶謙虚魔楽修上信行十字真理難難中死難無可死インド祭天子論芸中華自治一揆死構想現代小構成小異妙如来本勢大き釈迦如来両河線一種五妙難天竺流住大事出頭世出の財波有無権先世大乗無情法召喚議事小安楽次男行六六信行異行指導楽億年弥陀部本願人年即時流変上唯の上昇如来語法法大悲偶勢音天神菩薩増論世奇妙無下根如来永寿たら謙信寺高専六丁大聖願こういう本願力栄光移動群上小維心記入功徳大崩壊筆脈入大永寿宗特使蓮華造世界即小信用法小心有望の人間人図入賞自音自王下本自動乱両天使上高乱小菩薩来三蔵如是十上教本書専業気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果見世願方言栄光ゆたりき少女死因唯心人惑前本部新人法承知承知即涅槃非死無量光明道小宇宙上開復系同社継承道難所唯名浄土活入 万全自力変言宗変満特語感染症三不三心軽音言増魔法明道非因一生増悪地偶税思案妖怪小妙化全道六名武将意法愛上三両逆悪公明明語見意念介入本願大智慧行者小樹今後心狂気一年総合用意大と逆三人即小法小四上楽原神公開一大教変気安養加二祭先祖出身反戦人法家二道小弁流極重悪人唯勝負火薬剤非正集中煩悩証言水不見大非無見上昇が本次元空妙仏教連民全幕本部人新宗教書後編集戦弱本願具悪性現来生自臨伝芸慶地義上位小子即入弱上無意楽非知心人に納入苦境大自修士と上妻無変極辱悪同族自主愚道心唯過心地こそせナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムミダジョブのこの方は今に自己をへたまえてりほしのこりやぬきわもなくせのもみょうを照らすなりナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナアミダブ 下駄の降臨気はもなし、高速かむるものはみな、有無を離ると述べたも平等格に奇妙せよ。栄光願にし功徳平等聖祭どうも大神法上は安楽ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブ。
Now we would like to welcome all the children to go to Dharma School with Reverend Shelley and Aaron. We'll sing them out. Let the Buddha walk with you. Let the Buddha walk with you. Let the Buddha walk, just walk. Let the Buddha walk with you. Let the Buddha walk with you. Let the Buddha walk with you. Let the Buddha walk, just walk. Let the Buddha walk with you. Let the Buddha walk with you.
Good morning. The Heart Sutra, Maha Prajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra. Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply, the Prajna Paramita perceives that all 5 skandhas are empty and is saved from suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, and consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear. They do not increase or decrease. Therefore, emptiness is no form, no feelings, no perceptions, no impulses, no consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth, until no real mind consciousness, no ignorance, also no extinction of ignorance, and so forth, until no old age and death, also no extinction of them, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment. There is no thing to attain. The bodhisattva relies on prajna paramita, and the mind is no hindrance. With no hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from upside-down views, one dwells in nirvana. In the 3 worlds, all Buddhas rely on prajna paramita and attain perfect enlightenment. Therefore, know that prajna paramita is the great transcendent Dharani, the great bright Dharani, the utmost Dharani, the supreme Dharani, able to relieve all suffering. This is the truth. It is not a lie. So proclaim the prajna paramante dharani, gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi, swaha. We will now have a moment of meditation accompanied by the Heart Sutra.
相不傷不滅不空不浄不増不減で航空中無式無重創業式無限に微絶心に無式証拠未速報無限界内し無意識界無明薬無明人内し無老死薬無老死人無空種別動無知薬無得意無所得公膨大サッタエハンヤハラミタコシン無形限無形限公無空不音理一切天の無足行年半三で小仏へハンヤハラミタ高徳アノクタラ三脈三宝大高知ハンヤハラミタゼ大臨修ゼ大名修ゼ無常修ゼ無等の修の上一切空真実不幸公説ハンヤハラミタ収束説収圧がてがてはらがてはらそうがて文字そうかはんや信
Hello, everyone. That's such a beautiful rendition of the Heart Sutra in Japanese. We like to play it sometimes. We aspire someday to chanting it in that way at our Art Town performance. That is the nature of aspiration. It's completely free. I was going to start out by talking about how spring was wonderful. I wrote this on Thursday. It seems that's been canceled today, so nevertheless, temple life does roll on, and richness and joy. The women's group met last weekend. There was a membership committee meeting. They were planning all kinds of fun new things to go for the year. And then we had a wonderful Nenju making party. Some of the beautiful creations here are being blessed on the altar. That was yesterday. So just always things going on. We encourage you to participate in activities when you can. They're always in the e-bulletin or on the printed schedule and announcements. But everyone is welcome here. We are brothers and sisters in the Dharma, and we're gathering together today to explore a luminous concept, the two truths doctrine. This teaching is like a lamp that illuminates our Buddhist journey by offering two viewpoints on reality. As I was contemplating a Dharma talk on two truths, it reminded me of the old saying that there are only two certainties in life, death and taxes. These are two truths. One of them is due tomorrow, I might add. So you still have one day to finish if you haven't started. So Well, in Buddhism, we have slightly different two truths. The two truths of Buddhism are not death and taxes, but rather conventional truth and ultimate truth. I always enjoy this topic, and I love exploring how these truths illuminate our experience as Buddhists. The doctrine of two truths has deep roots in our Mahayana tradition. It says there are two levels to what is true. We name them conventional truth and ultimate truth. These truths are not conflicting, they are contrasting ways of seeing, offering distinct perspectives on nature, the nature of reality. If we consider them, we can better understand each truth and how they enrich our spiritual journey. So, first, what is conventional truth? In our daily lives, we navigate a world of apparent solidity and permanence. We interact with objects, engage in relationships, and construct stories about ourselves and the world around us. We pay taxes. Another kind of story. As practicers, we recognize the significance of conventional truth in daily existence. As the Buddha says in the Dhammapada, all conditioned things are impermanent. So this is a realm of impermanence. This insight captures the essence of conventional reality. It's a realm of names and forms, causes and effects, joys and sorrows. We pay our taxes because we are members of a community, and we understand that that means we follow its conventions. The Buddha describes conventional reality as a vibrant marketplace in one sutra. He says, there you see crowds of people going to and fro, buying and selling according to their need. This is the realm of conventional truth, the world of our senses and apparent separateness. We perceive objects as solid and independent. A table is separate from a chair. This understanding, when shared, allows us to function. As the Buddha said, there are conventional designations, Rahula, that are to be used. Thus, we speak of a chariot as a combination of wheel, axle, seat, harness, and box. What we call chariot has no existence apart from its parts. What we call chariot is just a convenient name for wood, iron, leather, put together in a certain fashion so as to enclose some space. But there is no separate chariot entity as such that exists apart from these parts. Yes, dear, this is going to be one of those Dharma talks. Okay. Nagarjuna, the first one of our important teachers behind me on the wall, wrote this little poem about this. I put it in an inset. I thought, well, maybe I'll do it. I have to read it. So here's his poem. I have no body apart from parts which form it. I know no parts apart from a body. A body with no parts would be unformed. A part of my body apart from my body would be absurd. You probably see where we're going with this. In exactly the same way, what we call a being or an individual or a person, or by name, I, she, or Larry, apologies if there's anybody here named Larry, but okay, is nothing but a changing combination of physical and mental phenomenon, and has no real existence of itself. I, or she, or Larry, is a convention, an agreement, a shorthand. So, when the Buddha speaks of persons, or even the rebirth of persons in the sutras, this is done only for the sake of easier understanding. This person should not be taken in any way as an ultimate truth. This so-called personage, or I, in the ultimate, this so-called personage, or I, is in the ultimate sense nothing but a perpetually changing process, an event we call by a name, like a cloud. Therefore, also, to speak of the suffering of a person or being is, in the absolute sense, incorrect. It is not a person, but a psycho-mental process that subjectively experiences changefulness as suffering. There are 4 easy tests of conventional truth. The first one is, it's easy, but I can't find it. Okay, they are characterized by consensus, agreement that decides it is. Second, they are phenomenon that perform. It makes consequences, like a coffee machine or a glass. It has a purpose. Third, anything that is within the sphere of cause, condition, and effect is a conventional truth. And fourth, falsifiability. The most important element of conventional truth. Anything that you can analyze and prove true or false, that's not really real. It's a conventional truth. It's an agreement. So, in the ultimate view, there are only countless processes, countless life waves in a vast, ever-surging ocean of life waves, body states, of feelings in a feeling ocean, of perceptions in a perception ocean, of mental formations in a mental formation ocean, and of consciousness in a vast ocean of consciousness. Within each of these oceans, there exists nothing that is persistent, not even for a brief time from one moment to the next. That is why, as Buddhists, we are reminded not to cling too tightly to conventional reality. It will change and become something different very soon. What was spring on Thursday is now winter on Sunday. Everything is altered by causes and conditions of the moment, and will become again and again and again a great unfolding that cannot be held too tightly. We don't take it too seriously. Instead, we are encouraged to delve deeper and investigate the underlying nature of these phenomena. This brings us to the second truth of the 2 truths talk, ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is what lies beneath, or what transcends the limitations of conventional understanding, revealing the fundamental nature of reality as empty of inherent separateness. As the Heart Sutra declared, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. This profound teaching invites us to look beyond the veil of appearances and experience our true nature of phenomena. Has anybody heard that song, Phenomena? Do, 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 do. Phenomena. Do, 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 do. Phenomena. Okay. I think it was Sesame Street in like 1969 or something they did that. It was Muppets. Okay. Well, very, very close. We can experience our true nature as a process, not a thing. Often when we listen to the Heart Sutra, it sounds crazy. It glimpses for us ultimate truth beneath everything that we conventionally call a thing or no thing. Yeah. Even simply glimpsing ultimate truth is transformative for us. Simply knowing that there is more to all this than just the taxes part is very freeing. It offers to liberate us from the shackles of ignorance and craving, leading to profound insights into the nature of suffering and a path to freedom. Through our practices of deep hearing, contemplation, and even philosophical inquiry, we try to penetrate the veils of delusion and awaken to the luminous clarity of ultimate truth. Seeing ultimate truth clearly is the ability of a Buddha. It is enlightenment in a nutshell. As Matsunaga used to say, it is seeing reality as it is. So, what good is the doctrine of two truths, you might ask? Or, how can it light our way through samsara? It is useful because it gives us a framework of understanding our reality and our place within it. By embracing, acknowledging, and living within both conventional and ultimate truth, we cultivate wisdom and compassion. We transcend the limitations of clinging and grasping. When we allow space for our conventional self to be a thing, we simultaneously recognize that ultimately it is just part of everything. When tax day comes, I acknowledge the validity of conventional truth. Someone called Matthew needs to pay the man. Well, or rather, someone called 343362425 needs to pay the man because, numbers. This is just a convention, conditioned by time and place. Yes, it is a kind of reality, but it is not the end. It is not deep. It is not profound. At the risk of making up too many analogies today, how about another one? Imagine, if you will, the game of living life as a human. Comes in a box, unfold the board, the game. There are rules and conventions, and a pretty clear process to the game. The board is printed on cardboard with pretty pictures and a path of life circulating around. What is this game I'm describing? Chutes and ladders. Yeah. Chutes and ladders almost, game of life, one of those, yeah. Imagine, okay, but the board is printed with this path of life, and there are dice that you roll and cards that you draw. When it's time, pass, go, collect $200, all that kind of stuff. Your place on the path and the cards you draw, they are who you are in the game. The piece you choose to move around the boxes, right? This is conventional truth, constrained and limited by rules and rules of the game and your previous performance, which is karma, in previous roles. But then, zoom back. The board, on the table, the two people sitting at the table, the world around you is ultimate reality. You see what I'm trying to do here? Two different levels, kind of. The board, that's a big picture view. So ultimate reality is a big picture view. The actual fabric of being beyond the game. That is another way to imagine two truths. In our daily lives, we can apply the insights of the two truths to navigate the challenges and difficulties of living with grace and equanimity. When confronted with adversity, we can evoke the teachings of impermanence and interdependence, knowing that all things arise and pass away according to their causes and conditions, allows us to step back and observe the ever-amusing unfolding of conventional truth. Mostly, the doctrine of two truths serves as a guiding light on the path toward enlightenment. By integrating both conventional and ultimate truth into our practice, we deepen our understanding of the Four Noble Truths, of the Eightfold Path, and other foundational teachings of Buddhism. Karma, anicca, and dukkha all make more sense when we see there are different levels to all of this. On the conditioned level, our habit energy directs our experience. On the ultimate level, our habit energy is part of a vast, interwoven mesh of being, where personal consequences is meaningless. We come to realize that liberation is not a thing to be attained, but a present reality to be recognized or accessed, touched in each moment with mindful awareness. In our meditation sutra, the Buddha says to Vaidehi, "You do not see, Vaidehi, but the Buddha Amida is teaching not very far from here. You should apply your mind entirely to deep meditation on the pure actions necessary to access his Buddha field." The Pure Land of Amida Buddha, and every Buddha's Pure Land, is such a place where the distortions of selfish self are not present, where we can see clearly the big picture without the twisted tinkering of I, me, and my. The beauty here lies in understanding that these two truths are not contradictory. Nagarjuna emphasizes that in the root verses of the Middle Way. He says this: "Those who do not understand the distinction do not understand the Buddha's profound truth." Like a pair of spectacles, you could say. I don't have my glasses with me, but sometimes I do. They usually have two lenses in them, okay. Conventional truth allows us to navigate the game of life. We pay our taxes, etc. This is where we can practice generosity, dana. With objects of value, we make wise choices, and even study the Dharma. Yet, ultimate truth reminds us of the impermanence inherent in those objects. This understanding fosters letting go, an important step in overcoming suffering, dukkha, as described in the Four Noble Truths. We can cherish a cup of tea in that moment without clinging to it as a permanent source of happiness. These spectacles work together. Imagine encountering someone filled with anger. Conventionally, we might perceive them as unpleasant and to be avoided. But through the lens of ultimate truth, we see their anger arising from causes and conditions. Wounded people wound people, you've heard that saying. This understanding cultivates compassion. We recognize their suffering and respond with kindness rather than aversion, when appropriate. These two truths illuminate our entire Buddhist life. They help us navigate the world successfully while keeping us grounded in wisdom and compassion. We can cultivate ethical conduct, sila, based on conventional reality, not harming others, while understanding that even those ethical guide rails are ultimately empty of inherent existence. The game of life becomes a meditation ground for deep hearing. As we reach for a mango, we acknowledge its conventional reality. It is a delicious fruit. Yet, we can also contemplate its impermanence. Eventually, it will spoil and return to the earth. We can contemplate its interbeing with sunlight, soil, rain, and bees, which is infinite life. This constant dance between the two truths will keep us mindful and present, as the Anapanasati Sutra recommends. My conclusion is this: the two truths doctrine is a powerful tool, a good pair of spectacles to wear as we do our taxes. It helps us see the world with clarity, navigate challenges with wisdom, and cultivate compassion. By embracing both conventional and ultimate truths, we progress on our journey toward liberation. Examining two truths is a lifelong exploration. Let us continue to explore these truths with diligence and insight, illuminating our lives and the lives of all beings with the radiant light of wisdom and compassion. The Buddhas have given us this doctrine of two truths to help us. Please make gasho. I can't do it with the stick in my hand. Make gasho and share their great wish for all beings. May you be happy. May you be free from harm. May you receive boundless compassion. And may peace and harmony fill your heart. Namanos, namanos, namanos. Thank you. At this point, we usually sing our Reno Buddhist Center theme song. It is on page 49 of the service book. Stand if you can, if you like, if you are able. Thank you. Announcements. So there are tea and treats downstairs. We go through that door and circle around down the stairs, and there's a ground hall beneath us where we will meet. For new folks who have questions and things, we'll have newcomers circle. I will be there. George Killeran's raising his hand there. That gentleman will be at that table. So if you have questions, if you're new or not new, whatever, just come and meet at that table in particular. Other folks enjoy discussing the Dharma and life and everything with the treats. There are many other announcements on the order of service. I would note that the big announcement, there is no big announcement. It's just a picture of the Buddha. Thank you all so much.